Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to add more samples to an existing multi-samples project. Remember, I got this one over here. I already got my power kit, whatever you want to call it, loaded in there. I've already got a brush kit SFZ file and all the wave files, everything I really need. I just kind of need to create a Fantom G patch and import the whole thing into the Fantom. But before I do that, I want to take all of the samples that have been imported on that first session of import. The first time we ever imported anything, we imported all of these. If you remember from the last video. What I want to do is I want to cut these out of here, put them in a new folder. And I'm going to call it Session 1. It has to be called Session 1. And you'll continue to do this Session 1, Session 2, so on and so forth. So you can, add a bunch of samples today, come back a couple days from now, add a bunch of samples later. Continue to build up a nice multi-samples project. Alright, well that goes that. We'll take all this stuff now. We'll copy it into our working directory. There we go. And I could, if I want right now, I could put it in a folder called Session 2. I just work like this sometimes, and I don't put them in a session folder until I know that I've imported them into the Fantom. It's kind of my way of remembering, but I have bad memory, so you might be better than me. There we go. Now we've got the brush kit SFZ file. Go ahead and open up this folder. Not that, Bob. Open up this folder here in our Fantom G SFZ editor. Here. Bam. And we've got our brush kit now, right? And there it is. And as always with drum kits, we want to turn off these two options and make the drum kit come out right, just in case there's some kind of weird root key information. We typically don't want that for a drum set, so you can pitch them yourself using transpose inside of the SSZ file, or the root key, whatever you intend to do. But these samples, I didn't prepare them for any of that, so I'm just going to go with the defaults and uncheck. You always want auto-tune unchecked. I'm going to uncheck root key as well, as I said that in the last video though, so I'm not going to be repeating myself. Here we go. Let's go ahead and export that to our SFZ folder, and we should get a new file over here called brush kit MIDI. Alright, I'll take all of our samples and do like we normally do. Copy these, prepare the sample Fantom G for USB import. Over the computer, open up the folder, go to our import directory, make sure it's clean. We got our old samples in there from the power kit we created last time. Select all those, get rid of them, copy over our new brush kit samples. Alright, now we're going to open up our SFC project, go to the sequence folder, SMF folder. Delete that. That's something I was working on in between videos. Get our brush kit MIDI file. And paste that there. And back on out. Eject that drive. Exit the screen. And here we are. We'll do as always. Import audio. Get the audio samples loaded. They're all selected. They're the only ones in the folder, so that makes it nice and convenient for us to work that way every time. Yes sir, import all of them. There they go. Go back to song mode. Pull up our list. There's our brush kit. We're going to select that and import as song mode, as I've always suggested doing. And bam. Alright, there's our sequence. Let's look at the mixer while it works. Right now it's set up for my power kit. I didn't save that, but this is just a demonstration video. What you'd want to do at this point is you'd make sure you saved your power kit in one of your user slots if you want to use it. But you know how that works. It's all up to you. You could just use it for a particular song and never save it, which is the way I work more than half the time. So, but for now, we're gonna hit play on the sequencer. Brush kit. It's already changed the name of the studio set. Should change the brush kit any second, right about 8 seconds, 7 seconds. There it goes. Anyways, there's a brush kit. And we could, at any time, you know, we could go to song mode, go to SMF list, and load any one of those on demand. So even though I didn't save my power kit, it's really as easy as doing this to pull it back up. Just let that play for about 7 seconds. So it makes it neat, you know, because there's only 64 drum kits that you can save as opposed to 256 user patches. You know, there's other drawbacks of using these types of samples as opposed to using a multi-sample and saving it as a user patch, regular patch. But I prefer the rhythm method, if you will. Anyways, talk to y'all later.